On Lifestyle this morning, Nancy Foreman checks in with part 4 in our series on summer camps.
Well, Bryant, this summer seems to be full of special interest camps, including the one I visited, Camp Atari.
Set it up. Don't hit it, the gentleman.
This could be Summer Camp USA. Volleyball, swimming, checkers, strumming a guitar. But at Camp Atari in Asheville, North Carolina, summer also sounds like this.
Right, but now I'm starting over again.
What we're going to talk about is the command called match. All right, now what happens when the computer executes an accept command with a string variable? Well, there's something called an input buffer. Don't worry about the name. What it is it's like a little box. And what it's going to do is it's going to look at each one of those character strings and sees if it matches the input buffer.
That's not a foreign language, but it might as well be. It's called Pilot, one of several computer formats taught and spoken here.
We want our children here to have a romance with computers. It's kind of a romantic notion. And what we mean by that is, rather than just teaching kids a programming language or teaching the kids what's inside the computer, we want the kids to experience what it's like to make the computer do something that's interesting to them. Our curriculum is broad enough so that kids who are interested in graphics can do that. Kids who are interested in using the computer as a tool for manipulating data can do that.
But what do they learn from seeing a graphic emerge from the screen?
What it applies to often enough is that machine there is a reflection of what's going on in your mind. You've designed a process, step by step, a little at a time, you've made a computer do something that you've been planning. You've made a design here. It's like storyboarding almost for a movie. And it's almost there's a strange kind of intelligence sitting there on the other side of that television screen staring back at you. But that's your own intelligence. That's your program.
How does this process change their thinking?
You begin to learn about how your own learning process works. You begin to see yourself as a problem solver. You begin to learn how to become a learner. And there can't be a higher goal in education than to learn about your own learning process.
See, we're used to having computers with the XY axis up here, but Pilot has it down here. And we're not used to that, so we had to figure out how double negatives worked. Usually at home, I program about 6 hours a day.
What do you get out of it?
It's fun. You get the pleasure of seeing your program run. Then, after you get a complex thing like this done, it is really a nice feeling.
It's a challenge to do it.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get started?
I've always bugged my parents for a computer, and now I've gotten one.
And what did they get you?
An Atari 800 with 24K of memory to start with. It took a while for me to understand it all, but once you get started, there's no stopping you.
Really? Do your parents understand this? Are they involved in it? No?
They do not know a single thing about the computers, except how to sell them.
It is the technology of today. It's not just in the future anymore. And it's well for parents to start thinking about what's this all about. And it does require that you spend some time to interact with it and learn what it can do.
There will soon be more family computer camps where kids and parents can learn together. And guess who will probably learn the fastest? We'll be back after these messages.